Oh, there you are, YouTube. Yesterday we saw Barbie, today we're seeing Oppenheimer. We will complete the Barbenheimer off to the IMAX. Barbenheimer is complete. Back home from Oppenheimer, and I guess the first thing, Barbenheimer is complete now. We've done that. But I guess I wanted to talk about like the runtime because it's like a 3-hour movie, isn't it? And I didn't feel that. I felt like it moved very fast, and in some ways it moved so fast to where I did have a tough time keeping up. There were some things more towards the end when I was like, okay, this is moving really fast here, and I need to. I wish I had more time to like mentally go back and think about some things that happened earlier in the movie, but everything kind of moves at a very quick pace, I found anyway. And I think maybe some of that is just not understanding a lot of the jargon and all of that. So I'm really hyper focused or whatever. There's no like bored time in the movie, which I guess is nice because it's long and you're really engaged. I felt very engaged the entire time. Performances I thought were all wonderful, and I'm thinking, you always have to, or I don't know. I'm sure lots of people do this. Think about in terms of Oscars, where is this going to land? I feel like it's definitely going to have a Best Picture nomination. Will it win? I don't know. Like the preview for Killers of the Flower Moon, the past two trailers for that have been very good, and I think if that movie hits a home run, maybe not in the box office, but like in quality, that could really go somewhere. This one doesn't really feel like a Best Picture winner to me, but I think it could. We just got to see what else is out there, but I feel like it still has the feeling of biopic, even though it is the biopic of the person who changed the world as it was known before. So biopics win. Some biopics, like when you go back, you're like, who the heck is this? Time, you forget these people, or you don't know them until maybe you watch the movie. But I feel like Oppenheimer, something everybody knows his name, or at least you learned it in history class, where the great Ziegfeld, Emile Zola, those are Best Picture biopics, and don't know those guys, right? Until watching those movies. But this one, we all, I think, have a pretty strong awareness of who Oppenheimer was. So in that sense, I guess it's a different kind of biopic in that sense. Like it does feel more always relevant. It doesn't feel like a something that is just like information about a person that you may never have heard of. There's a relevance to him that will forever continue on. And anyway, I think I went off track there. Oh yeah, Best Picture. I could see it being nominated. I don't know if it's a winner though. I gotta see Flower Moon, because that looks great. But I've been fooled by trailers before. When we're talking about performances, I think we're looking at a definite Robert Downey Jr. supporting nomination and perhaps win. I mean, He's really good in it. And I think people will there's a good narrative behind this, because this is sort of like maybe looked at as his grand return after being a part of the superhero franchise, the MCU, for so long. Like there's a good narrative there. It's like his return to acting, even though he's been acting, but it's his return to prestige acting, right? So there's a great narrative there, and he performs very well in it. All sorts of emotions. Well, not all sorts of emotions, but you get him doing some good work here. Yeah, and Killian, I could see that happening as well. He is very much present in this movie. He has a wide range of emotions, and I feel like we can feel those as well. So I can see a nomination for him too. And I don't think these are like bold statements or anything. I think I don't follow the races as well as I used to, but I would guarantee if you go to any prognosticator, they're all probably giving those two names as well. But then it's like, who is there anybody else? Is Emily Blunt maybe? I don't necessarily think so, but perhaps I feel like she's maybe like a dark horse for supporting. And then who else is in there? Florence Pugh. I don't really think so for her, but you never know. But when it comes to Killian and Robert Downey Jr., I feel like those are for sure nominations. You know who else was cool in it? Josh Hartnett. Josh Hartnett was in it, which is interesting because he's in Pearl Harbor, the beginning of America being in the war, and then he's here for the end of it also. Anybody think about that? That's pretty cool. But yeah, overall good movie, great visuals. I saw it in IMAX. It was really cool on the big screen. And the sound, was rumbling, the chairs. That was really cool. Those seats were shaking. But yeah, we're watching this, tortured guy feeling bad about what he did. And they're, trying to, realizing he's changed the world. And, yeah, how to live with that. How to move forward with that, and question, why did I do it? Why did I do that, knowing what was going to happen? Those sorts of things. But anyway, I'm going to try and keep this pretty short. Oppenheimer, good movie. The whole Barbenheimer experience was really fun. Isn't that weird to say, like, about the atom bomb movie? I don't know. It's probably not the correct language, but all that hype that was going on, pairing these two movies together, it was all interesting to see. It got people back in the theaters. I think each movie got helped out by the other one. So that was really cool. Because I really wasn't planning on seeing Barbie. I thought the trailers looked terrible. Even though I love Margot Robbie, I wasn't planning on seeing it. But the whole Barbenheimer thing made me want to see it. The trailer for Oppenheimer, I definitely wanted to see. It looked like a terrifying movie. It wasn't as... Well, actually, yeah. So that one was a guaranteed watch, but, went in, the theater got more of our money because of the whole Barbenheimer thing. Here's another thing. I think the most unsettling thing for me while watching Oppenheimer, after they drop the bomb, and everybody's cheering and clapping, I just remember, everybody on screen is excited. They're clapping, and Oppenheimer's walking through. I think he's even smiling and stuff. But it was like a weird silence in the theater, and I felt weird watching all of that, just knowing the destruction that can be caused with that thing. And it was very strange experience. A lot of cool cameos. Are they cameos or are they just actors? I don't know. There's a lot of people that you're like, oh yeah, him, which was really fun also. And her was fun to do while watching the movie. All these people you've seen elsewhere. Bigger actors doing smaller parts. Like who's playing Harry S. Truman? that was a surprise and pretty cool, and I think he did a great job. But anyway, again, I was trying to keep this short, and I don't think I did. But anyway, I liked it. What did you think of it? I'm curious to know. Did you think it was long? Did you think it was effective? What do you think its Oscar chances are? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.